The game warns you, right? Here, I think that worked. What the I just got? I should probably stop rolling though until I get 100 army tradition. Okay. Truce. 1539. 1536. Ottoman conquest of Question is, will they try to conquer Khorasan? Guess we'll see. Okay. Coring India, right. I remember now. Where are my dip annexes? I started Lanshan. Um, for now. I assume it just needs like a tick to update. Anyway, I do think I should conquer Uzbek at some point. I just don't know when I should do that. So apparently Oirat is... Oh yeah, they're my tribe. Good. Plus I need to somehow get myself here, which requires me to get maps. So, once these boats finish, I can probably get maps to Italy from some Muslim tech dude, like this guy. So once I unlock the Mediterranean, I'm gonna have to worry about Christian AE. Speaking of Christian AE, looks like I'm already harmonizing with Christianity. And I'm still in Age of Discovery, because, yeah. Now, I feel like this trib was a big mistake. Oh, I guess Killua doesn't see me. Yeah, so it kind of looks like I want to Dow this dude. Get a truce reset maybe on Adele, or just conquer as much as I can, whichever. I have a trib here, so I probably want to use him to get maps across the Sahel and conquer in that direction. That region should be mostly free, aside from weird alliance change, I guess. I guess you never know. But I think there's no harm in getting maps here, first of all. This is Sahel, right? Wait, it's not? Oh, does he not have maps here? Really? Huh. Alright, in that case, I guess I wait here. I'm not in a huge rush to conquer them. How's Muscovy doing? It's actually an interesting idea to ally Muscovy. I'm so used to wanting to conquer Russia from playing hordes, but I don't really have a strong incentive to conquer them. It's only defeat the Rus. And I also need to really get started on the New World. Okay, so slash Australia. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of using OPM tribs everywhere. But eventually doing something like this will bite me in the back. Because I'm gonna have to conquer them at some point. Yeah, I'm not in a rush with Australia. Although it might be nice to get a colonial nation running. So maybe I'll conquer 2 provinces. Only downside is I don't have foreign range. That's probably why I was delaying it. So I need to finish colonizing this province. In this region, kind of looks like I could maybe think Alaska's fine. California, it would be nice to have a CN, maybe. Maybe not. I'll probably think about New World later then. It would be nice to at least start conquering Mexico, though. But without an explorer, I'm kind of stuck till Tech 14. Oh wait, no, I don't need an explorer. I just need to get maps from natives. So I think it's just a matter of getting foreign range. Like, I could potentially start conquering Mexico. Might be a reasonable thing to do. So that's one direction I should move in. The Sahel region I'm giving up on, and Mediterranean I'm starting to place a high priority. So I think overall conquest direction is clean up these guys, start eating into the Ottomans. Do Kilo when I feel like it. I don't really need to do them. Like, they don't really unlock anything. I mean, they let me go here and here. That's about it. But Mediterranean should be the highest priority, so I can get Malta. Yep, so I ally Muscovy. Christian A does hit hard, so should be able to slow them down a bit. Alright, now I take some random trib and get maps. I don't intend to get any more Christian A, so I don't think there's any harm in getting it now. Oh, I thought that reveals all the countries as well. Cool. So, in that case, I can just reveal only Italy. And I'll probably maybe skip out on, like, these guys. Oh, I guess it really depends on where they have territories, but hopefully I can. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for boats to get here. I have some troops, right? 43k. So this war is bottlenecked by this war. July 1535. So these guys can't do much for 1 year. Is AFKing the best thing to do then? Probably. Yeah, I don't see them in a position to do anything productive. So we'll AFK a bit. Next question is 43k enough to deal with this lance chain? Probably. 31k, yeah, should be more than enough. Ethiopia, gotta wait out the truce. Okay, so here's the rough timeline. 1535, I declare on these guys. Good. As for Italy, I don't think I can declare for a bit. The boats take a lot of time to finish. So these guys will need to deal with the rebels. As for India, let's see. Delhi is 1547, no way to truce reset. Bengal, 1538, so need to circle back in 4 years. 1539, 1538. So a few wars in India in 4 years. So my next target should be Uzbek, I think. It'll be Uzbek. Then Timurids in 36. Probably truce reset. Oh, no. Timurids is allied. So I'll probably eat Sibir with Timurids. Only downside is that Khorasan is a thing. I think I just have to white piece Khorasan then. Actually, I don't even need to. Okay, so that's my first war. Kind of feels like I don't have too many wars to declare, actually. Maybe I'll start building up troops to conquer Mexico, actually. That should be a pretty important thing to do. Probably don't have enough time to just build it outright. With these provinces, yeah. So, I will build up, I think. Nah, I can probably use these guys. I'm gonna send these guys east into the New World. So I'm gonna need a navy for the New World. That's not what I was looking for. Okay, I guess some of my troops were in position for a reason. Fortune. I think I just raised autonomy. These are all TC'd, right? I think that's enough thinking for now. Have these guys head up to conquer Uzbek. Something special dispatch that you want to abuse. So I have been very out of touch with modern EU4. I don't know anything about 1.37. I'm open to thinking about it at some point, but for now my mind is fixated on finishing this run. I've kind of exhausted a lot of U4, whatever ability to enjoy U4 in me. So at least in the short term, my only expectation with U4 is this run and one other run, which is a very big run, by the way, that I've always wanted to do. I'm actually kind of amazed at people who can find ways to enjoy this game more than me. I thought I really did numbers on playing this game, but yeah, there's this idea of like idea or like a saying that people say, saying that people perpetrate. The idea that one can optimize the fun out of these kinds of games. And I think there is some truth to that. Okay. I think once I step into them... Actually, I'm not sure if I'm considered adjacent to Italy now. Kind of curious. I think I'm supposed to move my boat into the Mediterranean. Yeah. Once I move this guy in, I should be able to get maps to Italy. I don't think there's any harm in getting it now, because I don't have, or I don't intend to get Christian aid aside from these guys. So no harm in revealing now, I think. Oh, there was this video that I wanted to make about what I feel like is a fairly popular sentiment in this game. Um, which always slightly annoyed me. You know how on online forums. Sorry, let me quickly allocate the troops for Medina. 5 and like 8. So you know on like internet forums, people talk of I think the popular sentiment is that world conquests aren't popular, which is probably true. I think the average player does not do world conquests willingly. Anyway, so I think there's a lot of people who uh think that they can do a world conquest, or think that whatever game state they're in, from that game state they can make it into a world conquest very easily. Which is true, right? Like, you can turn a lot of game states into world conquests. But sometimes I see, like, barely number one great power, 1700. Yeah, I can do a world conquest from here. And in my mind, my cynical negative side appears and goes like, you can't do a world conquest from there. So I want to make a satirical video where I load the game in 1444 and then stop playing because a world conquest is easy from there. Anyway, long tangent. The big news is I played 1 month. So how long do I have to stall this out? December, 4 more months. So I'm likely gonna get some rebels. Oh well. I do need to slacken soonish. Wonder if now's the time? Nah. I think I slacken around the time I fight the Ottomans. Because I want to build a few more regiments against them. Yeah, I think the way I want to do it is, you know those... I don't know when this format even started or how it came, but there's like a popular format of videos where the title is of the form, this video ends when blah. So I think the title can be, this video ends when I've basically won the game and can conquer the world, or something like that. It needs to be a shorter title though. And I just load in and then stop. I think that's a cute satire idea. Oh yeah, TTM might be a really funny one. And if I really want to alienate people, I could even reference video guides. Oh, now I get it. Great. I was actually fishing this for a long time, but this is good. I still benefit from it, I think. Um, what's my autonomy thingy? 68? Fairly certain debasing is still profitable. Yeah, I feel like a lot of video guides, or guides in general, which is why I don't make video guides, because it's hard to do it, right? But it tends to skip a lot of crucial things, right? And I feel like that's sort of a almost necessary part about games like this, but I think the biggest one I recall is when someone does a who was it? Um oh, when someone made a guide on Novgorod. And their first move was to declare a trade war on Muscovy, I think. And they showed how to win that war, right? So they won that war, got money, I think. And then they said, well, from here you can just get alliances and beat Muscovy. And that feels like that feels like recursion, you know? It's a bit self-referential. Yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, like, good guides are really hard to do, right? Like, especially, like, from my standards. And I likely can't make a good guides either. It's just really hard. So, I think it's still important that content creators try to make guides, even though it's really hard to do, right? Yeah, I agree. I think explaining concepts or like small isolated components of the game. Well, okay, even that has some issues which I can get into, but I think that's like the easiest way to teach things without losing too much nuance and information. Now, the downside to this, or the problem with explaining concepts, is that we try to isolate concepts that, like, if you want to talk about trade, we like to only talk about trade. But, of course, like, a lot of your decisions in trade is also contingent on what you do with your wars or how you do diplomacy. So it's not so easy to get it fully right. But yeah, I think explaining concepts is like the easiest thing to do. That's what I do. I think I've made a video on absolutism, and absolutism is a, reasonable concept to isolate and tackle. All I need from a guy is to know about some key events and mission bonuses. Yeah. I have a strong opinion on missions and stuff. I always wanted to organize my thoughts and sort of make a video essay on this, though. Like, this is fine. Yeah? Like, I can read this. A player blindly playing this nation can, like, go like, ah, I see, right? Pretty uninteresting misentry, though. But, like, you go to, like, Livonian Order, and you see all these question marks, branching mission. And, like, at a certain point, I feel like it's important to figure out how to portray all the information on complex mission trees better. Like the fact that people need to read paragraphs of information ahead of time to plan their run is, in my opinion, a bit, I wouldn't say absurd. Maybe the better word is not how I wish the game was. Um, but yeah, I do agree with you, Captain, that um, those things are not visible or easy to spot, right? Like missions and key events. So like someone has to summarize and point it out for you. Which again I think is a flaw of the game. Like I think there needs to be some kind of work to sort of focus on blind playability. I've watched all of the TV show Shogun. I know everything there is about Japanese culture. I too am an expert in a lot of things after watching a few YouTube videos. What even is Shogun? TV show. When a mysterious ship is found marooned in a nearby fishing village, Lord Yoshi Toranaga discovers secrets that could tip the scales of power. American historical drama, blah blah blah. Okay, it's an English sailor and a daimyo. Hello, Porter the villain. And oh, oh, cool. Thank you for the sub. Absolutism is kind of overrated. Yeah, maybe. I think it's still powerful for the average player. By the way, I paused on 9/11 on subconscious. I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, I have very mixed feelings about missions. Like, I do think the whole mission system was a major, like, commercial success. Like, I think it makes it very easy to focus DLCs and updates. It also makes it very easy to market them. And, like, it just gives you a clear direction on how to develop the game. So it's sort of like I think it's a very good model in terms of shit. Um, what to do? I'll probably have to fight the rebels later. I think it's a very good like business model. So props to Paradox for that. But I also think it sort of promotes like hacky and lazy design. My sort of what? Oh, right here. My sort of long-standing opinion on, especially the recent mission trees, is that it reminds me of like a very creative mod. Feels like it tries to reach the limitations of what one can do with existing systems. And so whenever they want to introduce some mechanic or idea to the game, they just kind of hack it up using missions instead of designing a good UI, I guess. Do we use the Shogun mechanic? No. I was Shogun at one point, just so I can declare on Ming quickly, but I quickly dropped it, and I'd like to claim I didn't really take advantage of Shogun. Shogun is the right way to play Japan, though, for sure. Vassal Storms are just way too strong. I think my biggest problem with mission trees is that it's just like the usability aspect, though, in the end. I just don't like the gameplay loop of having to read up on stuff and looking to the game files. It's just something that doesn't really interest me that much. Anyway, I guess I fight Uzbek. Kind of felt like I was yapping for a century. Also, I wonder if I can full annex Uzbek if I take advantage of Reconquest war score reduction. Probably. So even though I'll spend some dip because I won't be able to conquer these provinces without paying dip, I might still do this. Alternatively, I could just do this, pay no dip, and then full annex them with Sibir. So, like in 1536, I doubt Timurids, Kobel, Sibir, eat the rest of Uzbek. Yeah, I think I'd rather do that. I'm behind in dip, so. Did you ever do the Majapahit? No. I was interested in Shogun in my earlier days, but I've since lost interest in trying to optimize Shogun gameplay. I think it's interesting though. Like nobody has really optimized Shogun gameplay, I think. Lately they use this, yeah. It's unfortunate. I do think it sort of sets a baseline quality for DLCs though. I was gonna say like it's hard to make it a flop. But then sure there are bugs and stuff. But if you ignore bugs and like uh yeah, let's just say bugs. I feel like every patch sort of at least has a baseline level of quality and appeal to a lot of people. I should probably dev push twice for Crownland. Should be pretty cheap. Wow. Very cheap. Should be mill, I guess. There we go. Did you move this? No, I'm still downgraded. I try to keep game versions the same throughout runs. Because you never know what happens. So I don't recall the purpose of this guy. I guess these guys are just chilling in this region. Okay, I can get maps in Italy now. Let's see how Italy's doing. I believe they can't see me. And they won't be able to see me for a while, I think. Because Western tech seeing... yeah. Actually, that might be false. I think any map change that can reveal any part of my province will automatically reveal my capital. But I think every Western tech nation starts with these in Vision. So I think I'm fine. Yeah. Anyway. Brittany, Papal States, Savoy. Wonder if I should know CB. I assume they won't. Do you think they'll give me this province if I threaten? I'll give it a try. Like, either way, I can't really do much in the Mediterranean until I finish my boats. Alright, so, can I wait piece you? No. I hope Ottomans just conquer them, though. One fewer tag to worry about. No. So, in 1544, you get a... Well, so map you can reveal provinces in a ton of ways. One way is the capital thing that you mentioned, like you click on a province, it reveals their capital. There are more ways, like spreads based on religion and tech group. In any of those situations, it'll also automatically reveal the capital, was my point. So I was thinking about whether any of the Italians would get some map update to reveal this part of Africa. Because if they do, it'll reveal my capital. Oh, wait. Allow claims born in claims. Do I have enough time? 24 months? Yeah, I should. Unless... No, yeah. I think I always have enough time. 50 years for group, 100 for religion. In 50 years, all Muslim texts will see my capital. Well, 50 years since, probably like when I conquered here. Ottomans is Anatolian tech. So they'll only spread to like these guys if they're alive. I assume they aren't. That sounds like a mistake. Probably could have raised autonomy. Yeah. Oh well. I guess I'm sending this guy. See if I can get him to march. I just need to pause on January 1st. So I don't have to deal with this. So, do I want Parliament? That's really the gist of it. Am I willing to pay... What even is my stab cost? Minus 50? 50 admin for 75 reform progress? It's tempting. I think I'll make do without Parliament. Oh yeah, I heard this thing got patched. It's understandable. But I feel like so many people... Like, it was in the game for so long that... it sort of taught bad habits to so many people, myself included. So imagine it'll take a bit to get used to it. What got patched? You know how, like... Well, so in my version, 1.36, this still works. But, like... if your troops were locked, you can control-click to change its course, even when it was movement locked. And they fixed that on the new patch. And I'm sort of noting how much it sort of spoiled me. Okay. I need to pause on January 1st. Okay. This doesn't matter. This guy will kill it. So, fine. Okay. Let's keep it up. Pause on February 1st. Oh! Nice. The rebels went away. They got enforced on. I must say, my general quality is just went down. I should have paid attention to that notification. A doll was about to do something? I don't remember. Maybe they're declaring on Ethiopia. I'm so bad at pausing on the first. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Change directions, please. Alright, I'm going there. I don't know. This game's too hard. I don't know how people play this game. Yeah, to be honest, I mostly stopped playing games. Like, the only game I play now is just MapleStory. Yo! That was on me. Because I didn't try. I'm just bleeding manpower from skill issues. It's right. I have the magical slack in button that I can use. Generate manpower. Um, it might be time I go for the Nanjing Monument. Oh, where is it? Well, if I get it, I get it. I'm also happy with OE. Rip, no OE. Rip, I got nothing. That's not good. However, yes. That happened to me when I was in the 1472 run, when I got the massive HRE. I'd get bombarded with royal marriage requests. I think it was in the HRE run. Sorry, in the 1472 run. It's some HRE run where I was just bombarded with royal marriages. I think I went to like the 4th or 5th row. I've kind of trained to ignore the notifications, honestly, which is, I guess, a bad thing. I occasionally glance at it, but like I've trained myself to ignore the red ones, which is maybe a bit counterintuitive. But it's because like the red ones I pay attention to even without the alerts. I guess I do like this button. I can always click it to see my rebels. Okay, this time I will pause on April 1st. I will not be going to April 2nd. I think I have to seize this pro. How will I connect my land? Yeah, I seize this province. Then I can connect my land to Nogai. I'm just thinking of the peace deal against them. Oh, perfect. Also, why is Muscovy guaranteeing no guy? I feel like that's part of the reason why they haven't been expanding. Ethiopia. Oh, rip. I can at least make them smaller. So, Oh. Uh... Okay. Siege forts for army tradition. Oops. So I was supposed to click on the minus reform thing. Oh well. Oh right, I forgot to account for all power cost. So I'm really paying like 30 something. Okay, fine. It's probably fine. I tend to overfill on admin anyway. But it means that I can't get OE until I stab up. So I can't piece out the Uzbek War until August 1535. No big deal. I don't even think I'll win this war by then. So Timurids has a capital fort. What do you mean it's a line? I swear I can't pause. Too washed up. Okay, well, at least this guy can handle that rebel. I'll probably send this guy. So in theory, you're supposed to, like, pay attention to the game. You know? So this doesn't happen. Okay, these guys will be ready for no guy. Do I TC this? No, I already have a TC here. I'll still raise. Oh, yeah. Damn, autonomy increased and it's still positive unrest. Really? It was using boats? It's annoying. Okay, 7 heavies. Probably enough for Aragon. Brittany and Papal States, yeah. Now, an important question is, do I just start conquering Italy? I feel like I might as well. It's a very weird way to conquer the world. Like, typically you don't go like this. It's a first for me. You try to optimize increase autonomy by increasing... No, I am... increasing autonomy on provinces that I don't intend to state, basically. Because, yeah, 90 to 100 isn't a big deal. But, like, typically you want to avoid raising autonomy on the 90s, because in EU4 there is this thing called the hidden autonomy. So this is like your visible autonomy. My hidden autonomy is lower than 50. I can't tell you what it is until I full core it. But the moment you increase autonomy from, say, 90 to 100, the hidden autonomy also goes to 100. So if you were to choose to state in the future, you'll be stuck with a really high autonomy land. But in my case, I don't intend to state any of these provinces. My full states are going to be China, like basically this part of Asia. That's enough for me. Are you excited for EU5? I'm mildly excited, I guess. Like, I'm excited in the sense that it's a new game. To me, it'll be sort of like playing, like erasing my memory and playing EU4 again, is how I'm treating it. I've like somewhat followed the discussion about EU5 on my Discord. Like there are a few people who are, you know, talking about it and thinking about what's coming ahead. And I guess I've also seen some like forum posts. Yeah, like it feels like there's a fairly vocal vocal. I'm not sure if it's a majority or a minority. A vocal group of people who don't want EU5 to turn into this kind of game where you get to do this. And I can sort of understand the sentiment for that. My only issue is that I feel like historically, when the design goal of this game became directed on how fast one, like limiting one's conquest abilities, the game tends to move in a shittier way. Tends to. Like territorial corruption. Like I feel like that's a change they made because they wanted to make fast like conquests um like nerf conquests basically. So to me, like whether one can do a world conquest or not in an EU like game is not should not be like a design goal in of itself. It should be a consequence of your other aspects of the game, I think. Like I think you can have a very enjoyable EU like game where like in practice conquering the world is basically impossible. I can also see an EU like game like EU4 where conquering the world is pretty doable. But like the moment you make that like your objective, it like swing in either direction, like I feel like you're bound to make shitty changes. And I also highly like doubt that people can make whoa, 48. Jeez. I also highly doubt that the developers can make a game that is resilient to a lot of clever things that people can do. Like my guess is, yeah, just like Imperator, like even if your design intent is to disallow this kind of gameplay, it'll still happen. And I sure hope like the gut reaction to that isn't like doing territorial corruption type of changes. Also, this is an argument I've given before. Kind of curious what your thoughts on it are for the people who haven't heard me make this argument. Well, so one reason, right? This camp of people who don't like world conquests, um, is one motive they have is some appeal to realism, and I mean, from my perspective, realism isn't important at all. But I can totally understand that in an EU like game, you want some semblance of realism or things to make sense. Like, I'll be honest, I wouldn't bat an eye if my soldiers start shooting lasers. To me, it's all numbers at this point, so I don't really care. But like, I can totally understand that people wouldn't want samurais to start shooting lasers for doing weird stuff. So some amount of there's some amount of like balance between realism and actual gameplay and making it a game enjoyable. So I'll grant that part, that realism is some important factor. Okay. So the argument typically goes, nobody in the world has conquered the world historically, therefore it's unrealistic to conquer the world. And the argument I have against that is that EU and the world, like history, have very fundamental differences. And I don't think these fundamental differences are sort of a consequence of the game, but rather like a very important part of the game design. For example, in an EU-like game, we get to replay the game. You probably don't want a game where you play it once and that's it, right? You want to go back and try again. I'm not even talking about save scums. I'm talking about 1444s. So we get to carry over like meta knowledge about how the game works and how certain decisions, like the consequences of certain decisions, and you get to replay the game. Real world people couldn't do that. That's number one. Number two, we tend to, I feel like we expect to be able to control our country to unrealistic degrees. Like, I just can't imagine a game where I'm here, right? Like, if you really want to model me, I'm here, chilling. How long does this information take to transfer, like, from here to here? Like a month? I don't know. I don't know how fast boats moved back then. It's like I realistically can't control this army, right? Fine, you can say, okay, let's suppose a very good AI that can control your army in a pleasant way, sure. But then imagine playing a strategy game like this, where like a month after a battle ends, you get a notification like, yo, you lost. I just feel like in an EU-like game, we all accept the premise that we get we get information that's not uh that's up to date, you know? So my point being, like, I feel like even if you assume like this perfect technology that lets you model the world perfectly, there are still fundamental differences between EU-like games and the world. And I think those two are the major ones. One is the idea that you get to replay the game. You get to sort of carry over meta knowledge about your prior runs. You can even communicate your meta knowledge, like in the form of guides or talking to people or asking for help. And yeah, you get like perfect information. That's not distilled by time. And I feel like these are all like fundamental design decisions in EU-like games that we accept. So that's why I don't like the argument that because nobody has conquered the world historically, you shouldn't be able to conquer an EU4 or EU5 or whatever. I think a lot of the playing field is very different. Kind of curious if any like strategy games like empire building strategy games have played around with like realistic, unreliable information. Like it does feel like something that is interesting to model. I'm kind of skeptical that it will work. Like I feel like it'll just cause frustrating gameplay experiences. But you never know. So I think I'm gonna have to stab up without the score. Maybe not. I'm only missing 14 days. I attack on June. I siege on July. Oh yeah, I should have decor everything then. The most realistic aspect of the game is that the dice rolls are always stacked against me. True. Yeah, I mean, like, this game also has ways to obfuscate or hide information, right? Like this. And I think that works fine. It's just that the moment a province becomes part of your country, you get full, perfect information about that province. I also don't play multiplayer, and I tend to attract the crowd who don't play multiplayer either. Like multiplayer and single player in EU4 are fairly split, I think. Like there aren't too many people who play both at a high level. I do like my casual multiplayer friends sometimes though. But like when I play multiplayer with friends, it's basically a single player game. That's less convenient, but you get to banter with people. Imagine the world map changes through the ages. Oh yeah. So I think like 2 years ago, I went to a museum of in an oh, I shouldn't say where I went there, where that museum was, but the content of the museum was like Dutch exploration of East Asia, and it was sort of they had the Dutch vision, the Dutch view of like East Asia throughout different years of history. And it was really cool to see how the map changed. There's actually one point I remember where it just got worse. Like, I think it was like the shape of Korea and Japan. Like, at one point, they were actually pretty good. And then, like, the next edition, it's probably not the next edition, but like time wise, it's the next edition. I assume it's by like a different author. Um, yeah, like both of these became so much worse, and then it went better and better, and it was really cool to see. Yeah, I mean, like, another point with realism that, in the end, like, we have to deal with is, like, practicality of, like, how much do you model. Okay, I'm about to be milk capped. One more general. How are we doing? So I can't. Oh, I could think about declaring here now. Well, either way, I need to wait till these cores finish. Okay, let's get ready to deal with Adele. I believe they only have a level 1 fort somewhere here. 9k. The 9k must be here. Okay, I need to get ready to carpet siege. So, 3k to deal with these particularists. I'll use cannons to carpet siege. I need 4 there. 2, 3 here. Okay. And 2 here. They go there. Okay, the remaining guys will go here. Okay. So they have a mothballed level 3 fort. Should go here. And I think Killa I will deal with slowly. Yeah, I really... I've mentioned this a few times, but I think there are lots of things in Imperator Rome that I felt like were very promising. Oh. A patch? Really? Interesting. Wait, what did they do with Imperator? Okay, I think I get to stab up on August. So that's when I peace out Uzbek. Maintenance. I see. Kinda cool. I assume the game is still dead. No updates. What's 114 times 24? 2736. Yeah, it's still profitable for me to debase. $16.8. Right. 0 E. I think I'll get to stab 2 stab. Because realistically, I'm not gonna core too many things, I think. Like, I have a war here, a war here. Yeah, I think I can get down to, like... Let's see. Should I just do 3? 3 might be too expensive. I think I should do 3. I think it's doable. Oh, on that note, I'm pretty stable, so I could consider doing more reforms if it's necessary, or if it's helpful. Eh. I think the one diplomat was interesting, but I think... Oh, one tolerance is pretty nice too. That's one unrest. So I could get this. I could also get this. I could also just hold on to it and stay stable. Probably just gonna stay stable. Okay. Alright, and I can now peace out Uzbek. Do harmonize? Yep, they count as your religion. How should I do this? I'll just use Kazakh's reconquest to full annex them. Leave that. Take all of that. I think I'd rather take some money. Like that. They can keep this province too. They get this province as well. Okay, that's good enough. Well, annex is back. Feed this to Kazakh. Wait. Oh. I see. I see how it is. Not enough coring range. Oh well. Okay, next up is here, I think. Any reason to stay at peace? No. I think I'm ready to move on. -6. Okay. This is all Madagascar, right? How much CCR on war score reduction? CCR is 655. War score reduction is 30, I think. Honestly, war score isn't a big deal. Like, Malta and Asia Reformation will really spike up my conquest speed. Then I'm gonna start feeling a lot of pain, probably. Yeah, the point of this run is to do a fairly standard run. So, I'm not doing too much that's special. What's going to cause the pain? Well, I'm going to be conquering big nations with a lot of war score. We have 16-month coring. So, lots of rebels. Can't tell if I want to white piece them or conquer them. Kind of want to conquer them. Oh yeah, I remember the good memories. The Diplo range and Imperator. Oh boy. I still, like, don't understand how it works, honestly. I feel like I never fully understood how to work around Diplo range. It, like, occasionally worked. And then it didn't work sometimes, so... It's kinda... Pray to God that it just works. And when it didn't, I just wait until it works. See, like, Burgundian inheritance, I did understand after a lot of research. Should I just swipe them here? I could. Wait, really? Why would they do this? I had to do more than that. It might be time I slacken because I want to build up a unit here to march into the Americas. Yeah, I think I slacken. Oh. I knew they weren't gonna fight me. I should have waited until they locked. That's 28. I can let them siege a bit longer. We improve with them. Should be able to wipe them here. Alright. I think this guy's done. Probably. How much am I paying? Can I tell how much I'm paying for a single stack? I think I have 2 stacks. Well, this is the biggest one. If I had to guess, it's probably like 10. So I could pay upkeep until the Vijayanagar War. Like 500 ducats for 30k manpower in this war. I don't think that's worth it. Alright, goodbye. So, Um. I can go here if I get Western Indian Ocean. Let's see. Maybe this guy will give it to me. Give maps. Just 4? Okay, that's enough. Alright, so I need to separate piece out this green dude. Let's see. 28k is probably overkill. 8k, 7k. That's actually not that overkill. I'll send all of this. Oh, and I forgot that these guys are my trib. I could just march in. I don't know what I was waiting for. Alright, so got the wipe. And just carpet them. Nice. I'll finish the siege first, I think. Oh, I forgot to move on the month-tick. Whatever, YOLO. They're building up a unit on December. I'll have to fight that unit. Kinda curious if they'll accept threaten. I'm at war. I can't threaten while at war, right? Yeah. is I am not gonna get 100 army tradition before I cap. So, one more slacken. I'll spam out generals once I get 100 army tradition. Hopefully it happens on this siege. Boats are still building. Is this going to be a video? I don't know. Considering it, it's like a good opportunity to explain like fundamental EU4 gameplay, I think. But yeah, it's a hard video to make just because there's nothing flashy going on. It's just a lot of methodical gameplay. I do have VODs. I just need to clean them up. Like, I want to get rid of all the intro pianos that I do, because I don't think they're particularly relevant to the gameplay. And the problem is that YouTube doesn't let you cut videos on their editor if it's over 6 hours long. So I have to manually download it. Oh, really, Okoa? Uh, so I think on my YouTube channel, I have a lot of private videos that start with Oda, like Oda 1, Oda 2. I did publish Oda 1, I think. If you're willing to do it, that'll be really helpful. But you don't have to. It's something I should do at some point. I've been meaning to do, rather. Oh, that sucks. Probably have to tank this thing. 1 corruption. $15.82, I think. Chigo punt. Yeah, $15.82. It's just a random cool number I threw, though. Like, in all honesty, as long as it's before 1600, I'd be happy. But it's nice to dream. Wait, I just threatened war, right? I don't need to go through this bullshit. Wait, I need to know if I can threaten war. Let me... Because that will change my game plans a lot. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's the way to do it. Kind of curious, does Threaten War reveal capital? Yeah, it does. Oh. Oh. Huh. I didn't know Threaten War does. Or did they already see me before? Well, I'll check. Anyway, so that's the play. I don't need to deal with boat bullshit. You know, Alliance doesn't reveal capital, which I still find hilarious. There's a point of time where I was allied to the Ottomans, but I didn't see their capital. They just sent me a request and I accepted. You clicked on... That'll reveal my... That's about my vision, though. I was talking about their vision. Like... These guys... Oh no, these guys see me. Okay, never mind. Wonder why they see me. Oh, doesn't really matter. I'll probably kill all the Italians in one go, so I don't have to deal with a big Catholic AE. It's not like I get... Yeah, I shouldn't get maps on Europe until I annex Kazakh. Wait, are they nomadic? Oh no, they're nomadic, so I don't even get maps on West Europe from annexing them. Yeah, I should be set to conquer Italy at my own pace then. Do you have cats even though you're allergic? Yeah. Well, not anymore. I used to when I was a child. Well, my family used to, rather. But this means I need to finish this war ASAP, right? Because I want to declare on Timurids on October. Which means I need to speed up this war. Shoot. So this is East Africa. Is this still East Africa? Or is this a different region? Kind of looks like a different... No, it's the same color. Maybe these guys have maps on East Africa. What's this? South Africa? So I'll get South Africa next. Thankfully, not many forts, just one fort here. But let me barrage this. I'm also going to barrage this one. This one's especially important. Also, not 100. Bummer. So I'll have to delay my Timurids War until I finish, but... Okay. 30k. Probably send this guy to help out. These guys are gonna go up. For what? Buckmanus? I don't know. These guys are kind of free to do whatever. I guess going down is fine. So take the corruption. Maybe like now. Oh, did I mention the story? I got lost. I don't think I mentioned the story. So the story goes, I was allergic to cats. My family had cats. We had two cats actually. Um, I was actually very allergic to cats. So when I was born or when I was really young, the doctors suggested to my parents to get rid of the cats. That's how allergic I was apparently. They said no. So the doctors were like, okay, well, at least, like isolate. You have to be very careful to isolate your child, me, with our cats. So my parents locked me up in a room. They didn't lock the cats up. They locked me. So the cats had like the rest of the house. I don't mind it at all for the record. I mean like I say lock up, but what I actually mean is I was in a crib. And that crib was in a room and I just didn't leave the room basically. But I think it's hilarious. So how did your parents treat you? Oh yeah, that's nice. Green ring to sleep in the woods. That is a privilege. I don't think I had that much free reign. I was a very dangerous person when I was young. Like, not dangerous to society dangerous, but dangerous to myself and my own well-being dangerous. So it's like well known that I'm Japanese, I think, at this point. If not, now you know. So when I was like 3 years old, I went to Nara, which is the place famous for having the so-called bowing deers, right? In the West, like, oh, in Japan, even the deers bow. No, they don't. They just do that motion because the food's there. Anyway, so in Nara, the whole like tourist thing is that there's these rice crackers. I don't know if they're actually rice crackers. I assume they're rice crackers. Um, that you buy to feed the deers. Same idea as like feeding like buying corn and then feeding animals when you go to a zoo. And so my parents bought me the crackers. They're called shikasenbe, like deer crackers, I guess, literally translated. And so I had a whole batch of them. And once you buy it in like Nara, like the deers will chase after you, like no joke. And so apparently, like the deers swarmed me when I was young because I didn't know how to distribute the crackers. And then eventually I got tackled by a deer so they can steal the crackers from me. And yeah, according to my parents, I like actually flew from being tackled. I actually went on the air. That's how strong the tackling was apparently. ほぼそうです。今はカナダですけど。Anyway, ever since then, I have a whole agenda against the deers in Nara. Like, I hate how they're being marketed in the West as these, like, wonderful, polite, bowing, cute animals. No. They poop everywhere, they tackle you. Not a fan. Only the deers in Nara. I'm fine with deers in general. But, like, when I go to Nara, I make it a point to not buy any crackers for them. No, but Nara's a wonderful place. And deers are cool. Yeah, they're just way too used to humans, I guess. Like, even the vendors who sell those crackers have fairly strong, at least the sound the it makes is quite strong. Like, they have, like, whips to fend off the deers. And I feel like it's a phase. Like, when you're really young and naive, you're like, oh, poor deers. Why would you ever whip these innocent poor deers? And then when you're an adult and you grow up and you realize, like, how obnoxious these deers are, you're like, go get them. I mean, no, it's not like the shopkeepers, like, chase deers with a whip. They just use it when the deers get too close or, like, try to steal their crackers. Anyway, so I think I just want to conquer the coast. 70, 80 war score. Whatever that province is. Darn. I don't know what it's called. There you go. Maybe it's a war score issue. Wait, am I blind? What's it's so oh, thanks. Hmm. How did I miss that? Oh, thank you. So, ideally 93 war score. I can make do without this guy though, but I do like to have a stretch of land I can walk through. Technically, I can exchange these two. No, because I can't core this. I would like to be able to core everything in one go. Okay. And they're Tech 8, so I believe they'll just let me siege this. So I'm gonna go and siege this. And I'll take these guys and start carpet sieging. Wonder if I can dock in time. It'd be nice if I don't have to fight them. Okay, so I need to wipe them. Oh, okay. Hire some generals. I'm 8 years ahead. This is a mildly important tech. I'll probably get it maybe at like 3 years ahead. So I should be able to hire more. Probably end up at like 250. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I don't really get many good generals. By the way, speaking of generals, kind of wish I started building this guy. 10% general cost. Probably want to get up to here at least. Not in a rush though. I don't think I have the money to spam monuments. Especially because I need to instantly upgrade Malta. I can sell land in like a year though. The general cost doesn't matter? I don't know. It might matter. %. 24-day sieges, so I should be able to siege this in time. One more day. I think it's worth it to keep Crown Land above 20. Oh no, I have enough autonomy reduction modifiers. See? So as long as I stay in the 10% to 20% range, I'm good. I can probably even do 5 to 10% range as well. But frankly speaking, like dev pushing is so cheap that I could just get away with dev pushing back my Crown Land. Okay, hopefully I can full annex them once I grab this province. And we'll have to barrage this to speed up Kilwa. Oh, should I assault it? I might as well. If I'm gonna barrage, I'm gonna assault it. It's 21%. 24-day siege ticks. I want to peace out by, ideally by October. Probably gonna be a bit late, which is fine. Yeah, I think I assault it. Alright, 57 war score. Coptic. Sure. I assume this is still gonna take a while. Yeah. Yeah, I think 10 to 20 is the sweet spot that I landed up in. I landed in, rather. I actually do think you can be more aggressive, though. And live in the 5 to 10 range, too. Okay, I need to get South Africa. Oh, that's a lot of forts. Do I fight this? Savannah. 12k. I think I can get away with fighting this. Although, I don't really gain much war score, so it's not. All heading here. Okay, I need to defend. How should I do it? These guys are gonna be free now. Yeah. And I want this guy to be sieging this fort. Which means I need this guy to defend this area. I'll have to see how they move. Fortunately, my boats won't arrive in time, I think, to get vision. Oh no, this is bordering. I have a feeling they're going to try to attack this province, and I can't do anything about it. I could siege it and then leave. Yeah, I should be able to leave in time. This is definitely risky. I'm not doing that. They're heading here. Okay, I'm not gonna siege this fort province. Okay, I'm gonna gather up. And like, in all honesty, I don't need to take all of this, I guess. I think the most important thing is that I get these coastal provinces. Oh, let's see how much I can get. I don't need to get too much. Okay, they're heading here. Mozambique. They're probably trying to siege their capital back, that's my guess. Don't really care. Will we need it all eventually? Need what? Like Killa? I do intend to conquer everything, yeah. I mean, really, like, the most important thing is that I need to be using admin. As long as I'm using admin to core, then I don't really care about how much I conquer. Okay. I would really like to peace out soon. 67 more score. Did I say something that indicates I'm leaving? Oops. Oh, I said it's time to go or something? Nah, yeah. I meant piecing out. How much more score can I get? Wow. Really? 45 more score. I might need to wipe them then. Yeah, I don't really want to spend too much time in this war. And the most important thing is that I core something so I can core Killa later. I guess like TCs might also be helpful, maybe. Do I want to siege this? I don't know. How far in advance are you thinking about Hutu Dao? Pretty far in advance. Like, I have my routing until Vijayanagar planned. So maybe like 3 to 5 years ahead usually, I think. Like, this war was something I planned without knowledge that I can just threaten War Malta. If I had that knowledge, I think I would have delayed this war until I can threaten war. It's like, normally I would have planned to be fighting Timurids concurrently. It's just that things didn't work out. But yeah. I don't know how far I want to push. I think that's enough. Let me sit on his fort. That should be quick enough. It's 1 month tick actually. Never mind. That's enough. There's so many COTs here, wow. Probably just TC this state. Right. That really scared me. Yeah, thankfully Age of Discovery is finally ending. So that's something. Alright, I think my next war is Timurids. Unless I want to wait till I can sell and seize. No, that's too long of a wait. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I want to stall out this core, though. I mean, it's pretty quick. Attacker against Ethiopia. I think I'm fine with waiting out the truce. Like, this trade node isn't that valuable. Yeah. So I don't think I'll Kobil Medina. Okay, Sibir doesn't matter. Oh wait. No. Ah, whatever. And no guy. Muscovy won't join. Okay. Something like that. I'm ready. Also, like, I really can't tell apart Timurids and Oda too well. So, that's one reason to kill them. So they have no forts. You just need to wipe them and then carpet siege. Okay. Now Buckman is in 2 years. So I don't think I have any more wars until then. I'll kill this for them. Maybe I should have waited till they locked. Wait, it's a level 3 fort. Oops. Well, I have to wipe this first. I wonder if they'll give me maps. $30? Huh, I never knew it's that big. Oh, they're actually pretty strong. Alright, war tax check. So, in 79 months, I get the war score. 79 months. How many years is that? Oh, I should be able to do this in my head. What am I doing? Like 6 years and 7 months or something like that. Which probably means that I won't use them for the Ottomans. No, I don't really do that whole rebel thing because it takes like a few years, right, for rebels to enforce. And typically, if there's a nation I really want to conquer, I can find other ways to get around truces, like truce resets. Why was I don't know. I wish it spawned earlier, but here it is. Any other like splendor modifiers that I can cook up? I don't think I can, but maybe there are missions and stuff that I'm not aware of. This is a fairly try-hard world conquest, I guess. Yo, why do they have access through me? That's illegal. I think -5 is fine. They have 16k frontline. Could actually get away with dropping 1. Ah, is it time? So, what's this event? I believe the first time it fires, it's 2.5% all powers cost on your ruler. It's a ruler modifier. So it's pretty important for a non-horde run. I was debating between whether I want to have this modifier on this ruler or on Nobunaga. Nobunaga's gonna pop up in like 1550, I think. When's that event? Yeah, 1550. So, do I want it for... Oh, plus... Wait. Um... Yeah, plus, okay, so the second time this fires, because you can get this agenda again. The second time it fires, I believe it extends your golden era by 10 years. That's the more important thing for me. What ideas? So, yeah. It's a tough one. By the way, this event is bugged. It says tier 2. But the way it's coded, it basically tries to get you to the next tier. The problem is that when you get to tier 2, the completion condition automatically updates to tier 3. So I have to get Nanjing to tier 3, which is expensive. That's the only thing like potentially holding me back from doing this agenda. Given that, I need to spend money on rushing Malta. Yeah, I think the play is to wait on this until Oda Nobunaga spawns in 1550-ish. Call Diet, save Scum, and get this agenda. Then the next diet will be in 1555-ish. Enough to extend, yeah, which will give enough leeway to extend the Golden Era. So I don't think I need to do this now. So I'll just go for the OE, get myself some admin. Couldn't stack wipe them. What a shame. I'm gonna chase them down. Definitely should start thinking about cutting Slacken. Oh no, I can still sustain it. I won't be getting much more professionalism though, since I need to tech up. That is way too far. I can't chase that. Yeah, I have to keep my troops here. Especially because Timurids are retreating. Timurids are, Timurids is. Is it Timurids are? Timurids is blah versus Timurids are. I think it's plural, right? I don't know. I mean, yeah, the word is plural, but if I'm referring to the nation of Timurids, isn't that singular? Yeah, the army example is because, yeah, the is referring to the army. Um, but I think if you have a country, in quote, country name that is plural and you're referring to that country, it's still singular, no? Like you say the Ottomans are here, right? Not the Ottomans is here. Oh wait, no, so that's plural in that case. But shouldn't it be the Ottomans is here? No, because Ottomans is just an informal name for the Oh, but in this context, Ottomans is the name of the country in EU4. Are there any real life examples of countries that are plural? That that's name origin is plural? I don't know. United States. Right. And you say the United States is, right? Like the US is blah, not USR. Wait, the US is... No, you say like the US is invading Iraq, not the USR. How about UK? Oh wait, no, it's United Kingdom, or is it United Kingdoms? Wait, what's the official name of UK? United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Oh. Anyway, I think if I'm referring to the country, it's singular, no matter what the name is. Even though it might sound weird at times. Like, I think I'm supposed to say Ottomans is blah. No, I guess I'm supposed to say the Ottomans is. English is hard, whatever. Back to the game. Okay, here are actual real life examples. I think we typically refer to like the Middle Eastern, like all the Muslim countries in there in the past based on their dynasty name, right? Oh no, we say that plus empire or plus kingdom or whatever. I don't know. Like I was thinking of the Safavids, but I think we typically say like Safavid Empire. I once spent a week or so in England. I think the problem is that we're referring to we're conflating country names or like state names and something. Yeah. So I think in theory we should be calling this the Timurid Empire or something. In which case, yeah, it would be singular. And when we say Timurids, I feel like we're typically speaking of the overall population or like the leadership of the empire, which is why it's plural, I guess. But we're not speaking of the country when we say Timurids, usually. Are we? Oh, I don't know. I give up. Because I feel like we informally might say, like, the Saudis are doing blah when we're speaking of things that the country of Saudi Arabia is doing. Well, circling back, there's no rule period for English, I guess. So expecting some sort of uniformity for dealing with countries is maybe expecting too much. We treat the Netherlands as singular. The Netherlands are, I don't know. I guess I never speak of the Netherlands with in an informal context with friends because they don't really exist. As in, my friends exist. The Dutch don't. So I don't know how I'd actually refer to Netherlands informally. It is what it is. That's how you cope with language, I guess. Yeah, there are lots of languages that refer to that just say Holland for the Netherlands. Japanese is one of them. We say Oranda, which is Holland. Do you know how Nippon became Japan in English? I think we don't have a consensus on it, like with a lot of etymologies. I can tell you a theory that I heard, but I think there are other theories. So it came from Portuguese, like Japan. I think the Portuguese called Japan like Japan or something. And how did that came to be? Uh oh, I forgot. I think it came from like some Chinese way to refer to Japan. Oh, better to look it up before I make a fool of myself. Portuguese traders first heard from Malay and Indonesians the names Jepang, Jipang, and Jepun. In 1577, it was first recorded in English, spelled Jiapan, Giapan. So it probably came from Malay and Indonesian names of Japan. Where that came from, probably from the Chinese pronunciation of Nippon Koku, like Chipangu or something. And I think Marco Polo coined the term like Zipangu or something. You know, there's a lot of ties between Brazil and Japan. Actually, there's a lot of ties between Japan and South America that I didn't know for a long time. Like, I think they have. Oh, this is not Brazil though. Like in some South American country, I think one of the prime ministers was ethnically Japanese. Was it Chile? I actually don't know. Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, rather. Peru, I see. But yeah, I think there's a lot of immigration from East Asian countries to the Americas. So I guess it's not like super surprising. Yeah, I'm aware of it to some degree. Like I think a lot of the theory crafting was on my Discord, so I was lurking and reading up on what people were cooking. Did they emigrate to South America long? No, I think it's like pre-World War stuff. I think just a lot of immigration in general. I'm not sure if there was much like running to South America that Japanese higher ups did, because I think a lot of the leadership sort of got off scot free because politics, I guess. US probably wanted a strong Japan. I'm in talk. That was. Oh, he finished it? I really? I could have sworn, like in my Discord, like just a day ago or something, they were discussing stuff. You happy if I nick visuals from your... Go for it. I think in general... Oh, yeah, I guess in general it's good to ask. But yeah, you have my permission. Hopefully I don't sound too rude, but should I know you, Lemon Cake? I'm not very active in EU4 related communities anymore, so I make EU4 video. I searched lemon cake and I got lemon cake. Oh, you're the exploit person, right? The person who made the video on exploits. That was a good video, or rather, an interesting video. Yeah, I remember that. Hello. I should probably go soonish though. It's 4:34 for me p.m. 1538 February. So I do need to ship some troops over there. I don't think they have any allies. Yeah. 9K level 1 fort, I assume, and a level 2 fort. I think they built this recently. Not sure. Like, I would have imagined I would have taken this fort otherwise. Okay. And truce with Bengal in 1538 December. So I can probably do this and then this with the same army. This guy, free company. Guess I'll use some. Not to siege though, just to fight this battle to conserve manpower. So I'll probably ship these guys over. I think this is more than enough. I recognize that time zone. See you soon. Kind of scary. What do you mean by that? I'm being threatened. So if I were to fight Ottomans, they're Aelit. Wait, why? Is it because he's a core Aelit or something? Yeah, okay. Never mind. I thought I can ignore Egypt. It's gonna be a really annoying war. 131K. I think, let's see, 2 forts. Probably no harm in getting maps on Anatolia at this point. I mean, maybe I reveal, like, Trebizond or something if he's still alive. I just want to plan out. Yeah, lemon cake. Welcome back. Oh no, I'm not back. Although there isn't much to stream in MapleStory anymore. I killed Hard Saren, which was my next boss. I'll stream it again once I get to the next boss, which will take a bit. But yeah, I do want to finish this run, which is why I'm here. As in, eventually. I'm not finishing this run today. How far am I? November 1537. Okay, so it's all clean Ottomans. No curveballs. A ton of forts. A ton of forts. Hopefully this is enough for Tunis. I would say this is enough for Tunis. Gonna have to organize these units. But yeah, I have like 30k here, 30k here. I can probably call Russia in against the Ottomans. Maybe. Where did all my troops go? These guys need to stay because I just want to clean up these nations while I'm here. Should be very quick. I just want to finish this core first, and maybe there are any... Oh. Actually, nobody has cores here, so I could just declare on them whenever. I think it's worth building a stack. I mean, I don't have to do it now, right? I just have to do it by May. I'll have to think about this maybe next year. Now what? Okay. I think I need to stack wipe Nogai, definitely. Timurids, I guess, optional. They're the main war leader, and I don't think I'll full annex them. $180 war score. Right now I'm 35. I can get, what, 10% more? Yeah, that's not enough. Yeah, so wiping Nogai should be my priority, because I do want to full annex them. I don't want to think about trade right now. Okay, I think I caught them. I don't think I caught them. No, I did. Cool. Alright, 9, 12, maybe like one more heavy. How big are they? Not bad. Not bad. Pretty big Poland as well. Oh, that's annoying. So I'll prioritize this first. Hello, Natasha. Yeah, all is well. If I had a camera, I would be blinking twice. No, I wouldn't be. Okay. No guys, full annexable. Only thing is, I'm not sure if I want more OE. I mean, it's not a matter of like, do I want it? I just have to take it. Like, I kind of don't want to take the OE. That's the problem here. Just raise autonomy in both of these. Yeah, I mean, I better peace out soon. I guess I have to. What? Wait. Oh, it was no guy that accepted. I'll wait till I can get Sibir as well. Well, I'll wait till this fort falls. I'm like secretly praying that this fort doesn't fall. So I get one more month of leeway. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Never have I been happier about a siege failing. Anyway, that is an extra month tick that I get to use to buy these down. Could I have done this earlier? Yes. But I was lazy. Here, let's just do this. Will I ever... No, I won't state Malta. This one I will keep because I think I have to unstate this anyway. These I have troops. Alright. Probably have to peace out this month. Unless it fails again. Okay, I need to peace out. No guy, I actually have a legitimate reason not to peace out, which is I can't core them until I peace out Timurids first. But like, I need to peace these guys out. Okay, I have another legitimate reason I can't peace them out. Really? Oh. Fine. Oh. It's doing a good job at stalling. Yeah, I'm piecing out because this is like a casual amount of OE. I can handle up to like 200, 300. Basically, I want to ensure that these provinces don't revolt. Like, uh, non-accepted culture, but true faith or harmonized faith, and no separatism. As long as these don't rebel, I'm good. So I can handle like 200 more OE roughly, because 100 OE is 5 unrest. So I want to be trickling in enough. Okay. The fact that they're medium is kind of obnoxious. Alright, but Medina's low. Okay, I need one more month tick though. So I'm supposed to distribute my army in preparation for this war, but I'm gonna leave that to future me. So I'm gonna leave these troops here. Some of them should move to Egypt, some of them should move to Ottomans, and so on. Wait. They're bugging out. I don't know what they're doing, but they've kind of bugged out. I guess another thing to think about is I could wait for this to core and get like 5% more war score against Timurids. I don't think it's worth it. Worth the wait. Either way, they're gonna take 2 wars to Phalanx, so. As for what provinces to take, have I done TC stuff here? Probably not. Could do TC stuff here in Samarkand. Definitely want to snake over here. Want to make sure Ottomans can't conquer them. I would take this fort, but it's such an expensive province to take, you know? Maybe I can get away with it. Something like that, maybe? This is very interesting, though. I don't know why they're bugging out like that. But I don't think they have a navy that they can use. So they're just taking a bunch of attrition. Ooh. If only they weren't on my land. I would love to cancel access here. Wait, I can? Okay. Apparently the AI is smart enough to black flag to previous problems. Or rather, the AI is dumb enough to not think about it. I don't know. Whichever way you want to think about it. So, black flagging by access shenanigans is AI approved. Here's the evidence. Could maybe not take that. If I want crown land over if I want to get 10% crown land, I want a dev push before I lower their loyalty by seizing. But I think I can live with 5. So at 5% crown land, it's 0.2 autonomy. And currently, oh, the tooltip's not updated, but yeah, currently I'm at equilibrium on non-courthouse provinces during war, I think. So yeah, I can live at 5 crown land for sure. So I'll just seize here. Any privileges I want to remove? Okay, no, this dip rep is important for dip annex. War exhaustion, that's useful, plus TOTF. Harmony increase, very important. Yeah, these are all important. Grant generalship, not important. I could ditch this if it's annoying me, but I think that's fine. I want them to have high influence. These all look good. Yep, just seize. All right. I will leave the job of dealing with this mess of a country to next me. That's it for today. Pretty good. You can't even see the gains I made because we have such a similar color. But I did conquer stuff. 1537. Oops. Alright, anyway, goodbye. Let's see if I can raid someone. Haven't raided people in a while. / haven't streamed in a while. Any Pog people nowadays? No Pog World Conquest. Sad. Say hi to Finn. Haven't talked to him in a while. Alright, goodbye.